Hello, and happy Friday. So excited to be ushering in the weekend with you here. It has been an amazing week for us, and I am just so incredibly excited to jump into the weekend. I mean, the weekend is fun, and working from home and doing this makeup business, but also doing the podcasting business, I still work frequently, any day of the week. But what's different now, of course, is that I have my kids home. Since both of my kids are in school Monday through Friday, the weekends are when we get to kind of kick back. We have sporting events, we have family stuff, and this is the season for cookouts and summer merriment. So if you have any exciting summer plans coming on up, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you got going on. Today in this Minute with Mary, I'm going to be doing a simple, easy summertime makeup look for you, and I hope you enjoy it. As always, you can reach out to me through a little message. All the shopping you want to do can just happen right at minutewithmary.com, and I am going to add to the comments a link to my June special, so if you do want to check out any of the items that are a nice big deal going on this month, you can totally check that out. Hello, I'm so excited. Thank you, Rachel. On my new teal car, I am so excited about it. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. I have not named my new car. I have not named her yet, so I'm going to have to take some time to figure that out, because I definitely, I need to name her. You need to name cars, right? All right, I'm trying to fix this so that I can comment properly. Come on, computer, work for me. All right, here we go. Now it's working. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, how's that collagen working out for you? Let me know. Wanted to send you a little message. Hi, Gloria. Thank you so much for the hashtag Hello Lovely. Thank you, Rachel, as well. Yay. Happy Friday. Thank you, Nicole, for the hashtag Hello Lovely. Let me know if the sound and video is working clearly for you all, as I am using a system again, and I wanted to make sure that it is all working out right. All right, so I've got my eye masks on since having my long panorama. One of my long hauler issues is chronic fatigue. And so I look more tired. And so these eye masks are a godsend. If you are someone who has dry or crepey under eyes and you find that your under eye concealer doesn't sit right, this is definitely a product that I would recommend for you. So if that's an issue of yours, let me know. I'm starting to wear it every single time before I wear makeup, as I'm noticing it makes a huge difference. There are these beautiful little eye masks. I had to put some on Blake yesterday as he did not sleep well. Skincare, makeup, it's for everybody and anybody, right? So I'm going to take these little suckers off. But it's really hydrating and brightening, and I notice a massive difference. I do go in with some eye cream as well. You can't go wrong with a little bit of under eye stuff. So let's see, I'm checking these comments. Was the new car for your 40th birthday gift for yourself? You've never named a car, Denise? Okay, good. It's working great. Great to see you live again, sis Nicole. Thank you. Gloria has never named a car either. You're making me feel better, Denise. I'm going to be getting back to you now that I've got the car situated. I'm going to send you a polo while I'm driving to pick up my little lass. So just tapping in that eye cream. Got loads of caffeine, hyaluronic acid to help with the anti-aging, the plumping, the tightening, the brightening, all the things that I need. But yeah, I'm not huge into naming cars. Blake is. Blake names all of his cars, and he generally names them. Oh, I'm going to take my collagen. I forgot. Gotta take my collagen. This has been so good for me because I've had hair loss as one of my symptoms. So a lot of people are seeing great results, especially with their hair, with like the shine, the quality, the hydration, how much it's growing. So if you are someone who is struggling with hair growth and stuff, hit me up. I got a deal. Destiny always names her cars. That little beauty needs a name. Oh my gosh, I love it. So this is a citrusy kind of peach flavor. You can have it just regular. Some people like to have it chilled. Some people even mix it in like their morning juice. Its consistency is, the consistency to me is like a syrup, like a maple syrup kind of consistency. But as I said, it has this yummy kind of citrusy taste to it. So, it helps with your skin Helps with brightening, helps with anti-aging. You're even going to notice it in your skin all over your body. It really focuses on hair, skin, and nails, so the beauty needs. There's collagen out there for your body, like your bones and joints and, you know, that kind of stuff. That's a different type of collagen, just so you know. All right, so I'm going to start things off, and yes, talking about this car. So it was not necessarily going to use my mattifying primer. I did already moisturize and SPF my face. It was not meant to be a 40th birthday present, but I feel like everything that I do this year, I'm just going to say I'm 40 and fabulous, and I'm just doing things for me. But I was supposed to get a new car actually prior to the panorama. So before all of it hit our world, my Durango was starting to fall apart, and we knew we wanted to get a new car. At that point, we still thought that our family was going to be expanding. We thought that little babies might be coming. So we were thinking, okay, should we get another SUV? Should we get a minivan? And I was leaning towards getting a minivan. Just the ease of, you know, being able to push that little button, that remote, and then the door slides open and the big kids can jump on in. So that was what I was envisioning. I was envisioning pushing the button. I was envisioning holding a bucket seat for a baby, pushing the button, big kids run in, and then I click the baby in, and I'm good to go, and I feel amazing. So that was what I was leaning towards personally. I'm going to do my eyes while my face primer sits. You need to let your face primer sit so it can do its job and set, so that way it doesn't mix with your makeup. So while I do my eyes, that's happening. I'm using a liquid eyeshadow. It's part of my June special. This is a matte neutral. If you're someone who loves Reverent, Reverent is one of my most popular shades. It's a neutral champagne shimmer, but if you're someone who doesn't necessarily like the look of a shimmer, even though the shimmer disappears as you blend it, but if you're someone who's like, nope, I don't do shimmer, or my eyes don't like shimmer, Promising is going to be the shade you want to check out. I'm going to swatch both on my hand and let it dry, because as it's wet, it might catch a little bit of light, so you think that it might, maybe if I hold it to my face. Yeah, so this is Promising. But as I said, it's wet right now because it is a liquid, so it looks like it's shimmery, but it's not. But you could see they're very, very similar in shades. I like to use this as a nice base. So for those of you who like a matte, neutral look, you know, the ones who really want kind of like a basic eye, but they want that lift, they want to look a little polished and put together, today's eye combo is going to be your jam. So we were looking at minivans. I'm just using the doe foot applicator that's right here on my liquid eyeshadow, applying it right here. You can use your fingers or a brush. I am going to use my finger for this step. So we were looking at minivans, we were looking at SUVs, we were getting ready to start trying things, and then the panorama hit. So we were not trying things, and I said, there is no way we are buying a new car right now, because there was crazy stuff happening. I mean, there was murder hornets and aliens and all kinds of crazy things. So I was just like, let's just stay put. We don't have a car payment right now. Let's just stick with what we know. And that's what we did for a couple of years. So you can see the difference. Let me know, because I can see it. So on this eye where I don't have the liquid eyeshadow and the shade Promising, you can still see a lot of my veins and discoloration. And this one, it's kind of neutralized it. I frequently do this with a concealer, but if you don't want to be doing it with a concealer, or you just like the look of this matte neutral eyeshadow, this is going to be your jam. Let's see. Sarah says, my skin is so soft. Yay, Sarah! Oh, I'm so excited. We need to get you on the subscription, Sarah, so you can save money. That's going to help save you some dough. So I'll be sending you a message. I'm so happy that your skin is so soft. That's awesome. Oh my God. Such a game changer. Destiny says, I would name the car Luna because she's a shade of Ravenclaw blue and she's reliable and trustworthy, but super hip and fun. That is a great name. Oh my gosh. I love it, Destiny. 40 and fabulous. This counts as a 40th gift. That's amazing. Thank you, Gloria, for saying you could see the difference. And thank you, Rachel, for saying you could see the difference. Just in case you all don't know, you can actually tap my little freckled nose, and there will be a button that comes on up that you can tap, so you can hit following. So just in case you want to get my notifications when I go live, just touch this little, I call this freckle spot. Look at me. I name my freckles, but not my car. Who am I? Right? So there we go. Beautiful shade Promising. I didn't go fully underneath my brow, as I keep that left open more for a highlight. I do have slightly hooded brow eyelids, so you can see when I open my eyes, there's a bit of a sag and droop there. Thank you, gravity. Thank you, genetics. A lot of us have it. When you have that sag, make sure that you bring it up a little bit. to make sure that it's covered. A lot of us were taught to put makeup right on our lid, but if you do have a hooded eye, nobody can see that. So a great tip is to actually look at yourself straight on with your eyes open if you have hooded eyes, and make sure that you can see where you're applying your eyeshadow. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of a deeper color just to add that lift, add some definition. I'm going in with the shade Overt. So this is a matte, kind of like chocolatey brown, just to show you how this looks. And so, yeah, so we were gonna get a minivan, and then gas prices became crazy. So we started to talk about other things that we could be doing. Should we get an electric car? Should we get a hybrid? We definitely should be getting a smaller car because my SUV was a gas guzzler. So here is the shade Overt. You can see it's a nice matte. So now you can see that this is dried. So this is the shimmer shade Reverent. This is the matte neutral shade Promising. And this is the matte brown shade named Overt. So liquid shadows are part of my June special. Just go to minutewithmary.com. You're going to see I've got 10 different types of items that are on deal. You can kind of build your own bundle, which is awesome. All right, so have any of you had a minivan? Have any of you had an SUV? Have you ever like downsized to a vehicle or upsized to a vehicle? So we were like, maybe we should downsize. And this kind of really clicked because last year we had our 2 pregnancy losses, our miscarriages, and through this past year, through the process, we have taken the extending of our family kind of off the table for the time being. I don't know if it'll be added back to the table at some point or if it's completely off the table, but for right now it's off the table. And so I'm doing, following this lower lash line kind of in a diagonal up to add that lift. I'm taking a fluffy crease brush. I'm going to blend it inwards slightly in that outer V. And you see I went above my crease so you can actually see it with my droopy eyelid. Small little circles helps keep the color saturated, but blends it slightly. So yeah, we were just looking at different vehicles and kind of me just coming to grips with the fact that I don't need a giant family car because I, at this current time, don't have a giant family. And yes, my kids are involved in sports and like a bigger car is always useful, right? You're always going to like find reasons to use it, but I don't really need it. So, a little while ago, like several days ago, I saw the teal Mini Cooper driving. I saw someone driving one, the convertible. And I was like, Blake, this is the car that I want. I want this like completely spontaneous, silly little car that like would slightly look ridiculous because we are giants, but I'm ready for it. And of course, it's convertible season, so there's no Mini Coopers to be found. They're so all over the world, but people want convertibles and people want smaller cars right now because of gas reasons. So you can see this eyeshadow. Do you see the lift? Just that little bit, and I blended it more inwards and brought it up. And I followed kind of like where my natural orbital bone is right there, and just gently fading it out. As I said, I use my fingers for the lighter shades, but I don't use my fingers to blend for the darker shades. It's just not as precise. So do the other side. Gloria says, I like that so much better than concealer on the lids. It's prettier. Yay! Awesome! I'm so glad, Gloria. So none of you told me, have you ever upgraded to a bigger vehicle or downgraded to a smaller vehicle? Let me know in those comments. So draw on that little line again with the shade Overt. And now I'm going to start to blend inwards with my fluffy crease brush. So, yeah, so I called him just out of the blue. I said, you know what I want? I want this car. And I kind of just said it almost jokingly. You know, like I thought Blake would be like, Mary, you're 5'11", I'm 6'4", our kids are destined to be giants. We can't have a convertible. And instead he said, okay, if that's what you want, okay, let's do it. And he went online, found the one mini convertible for sale in our state. We test drove it with the kids. Their booster seats fit in it. Both of my kids are old enough and big enough that they don't need the back boosters. They just need the seat backless boosters. And we fit in it, and the kids loved the convertible life. And I think a huge portion of it for me too is because I have low energy due to my long COVID. I can't do too much. Like I can't go and like hang out and have drinks with girlfriends and go dancing and do all these like fun things that I would normally do in the summer because I will be paying for it for a week. It really takes a toll on my body. So, but I can drive. and if I can drive and have fun and feel really good about driving, then let's do it, right? Let's do it. If you have never driven in a convertible or been on a motorcycle, I gotta tell you, there's a reason that dogs stick their heads out the window. If you've ridden, I'm trying to match the depth. You see how this one's a little darker than this one, so I'm just building it up just a little bit. Just gonna do another little dot right there. If you have ridden in one of those kind of things where you get to have that fresh air, let me know. But Blake rides a motorcycle, and so this is how I've really had a taste of it. My best friend here in Rhode Island, she has a Jeep. When you drive, particularly in the summer, you go through these different little valleys and hills and stuff, and the air changes, the temperature changes like that, and all of these sweet summer smells hit you. And here in Rhode Island, we've got all these like ocean roses that have a really special smell to them, and it makes it an experience when you get to drive and have all that fresh air coming at you. So I just said, okay, let's go for it. So we fit the kids in. It wasn't the color that I wanted. It was like a silver color. And I was like, well, maybe I want it if it's silver, but my heart wasn't truly into it. I'm going to have to blend a little bit more to match that depth. Look at me being a perfectionist. And so Blake ended up finding the Mini Cooper convertible. This would not take you this long, by the way, to do your eyeshadows if you weren't talking like I am. You'd be doing it very quickly. But Blake found the Mini Cooper that I wanted in New Jersey. And he drove 3 hours away and got the car. And the rest is history. Because that's how long it takes us to get to different states. He went through went through Connecticut. So left Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. And it took him about 3.5 hours. And the rest is history. So it's I'm 40 / I'm really embracing this phase in my life where I've got big kids and I can do something like this. And, I need to celebrate the things that I can do with my long COVID situation. And driving is one of those things. So let's do it. All right, so I'm just taking a little bit of concealer. My concealer does have skincare elements built inside of it. So if you're someone who does struggle with aging or exhaustion showing up in your eyes, you do want to make sure that your makeup doubles as skincare. Let's see. Hello, Amy. How are you? It's good to see you. Gloria says she has an SUV and she loves it. I too was going to buy a new car prior to the panorama, but decided to wait. I'm looking again now, right, Gloria? It's like, all right, SUV gas prices are not fun. Hi, Amy. How are you? I forgot to do one thing. I'm going to take a little bit of my setting spray. If you have crepey under eyes, this is going to be a godsend for you. I'm just going to tap it on the skin area of my under eyes. It's going to allow your concealer to have a little bit more grip, but also to sit on it a little easier. So I'm going to take my fingers and blend the concealer. Fingers, obviously our skin has a little bit of warmth to it, and this really helps meld the concealer into your skin. So I'm taking that setting spray, and what the setting spray is going to do is it is going to act like a temporary kind of hairspray to your concealer and lock it in place. And when you're doing your face, when you're doing your under eyes, I want you to kind of like look up, because if you're looking straight or you're looking down, your under eye wrinkles might be creasing then. And this setting spray is telling the concealer, stay put here. So stay put outside of those wrinkles. And then you're going to feel it when like the tackiness kind of dries. The tackiness of the concealer, the tackiness of the setting spray. And obviously you can look down every once in a while. But what I'm doing is I'm following that lower lash line. I can feel my little lashes and I'm going up all the way to here. And it adds this beautiful lift to your face. Beautiful, beautiful lift to your face. So I'm just embracing the fact that I can drive and have fun. I'm embracing the fact that I have a 7 and 9-year-old who like love the convertible life and, can do these things. They're not going to be like a baby, asking for a binky every once in a while. And so I'm really excited. But Gloria, you are going to see me because you live in Rhode Island. Like, I am the girl driving around in a teal Mini Cooper, probably also wearing a teal dress because that's how I roll. Destiny says you manifested your car. I totally did. I totally did. Rachel says you couldn't have picked Oops, you couldn't have picked a more perfect card. The color is amazing. It's giving This Is Us when William and Randall let the top down. Yes, yes, yes. And Rebecca, exactly. Amy says, I saw your post of the car emoji and thought it was an accidental post until later when I saw your video. Yes, New Jersey, everything is legal in Jersey. Yes, thank you, Hamilton. Denise says, it's such a lovely, fun car and great story. Denise, when are you coming to Rhode Island so I can drive you in it? We used to have only cars. Once Richard got an SUV, he didn't look back. It was beneficial for our business, and it was a good option for me when the roads were bad and I had to go to work. Now I have a crossover vehicle. Yes, so Denise is, hi, Christina. Good to see you. Christina is a nurse. She works in a NICU. So exactly, not Christina, Denise. Denise is a NICU nurse. So she has to go out in like all types of weather. And Blake used to have to go out in all types of weather, but with his new job, he doesn't have to. So we don't need a vehicle that's amazing in snow anymore. Great, right? If you don't like to use your fingers, you could totally use a damp blending bud to do the same thing that I did with the concealer. But it did what it needed to do, right? I'm so excited. We're going to go in with a little bit of BB Flawless BB Cream. This is a lightly tinted, hydrating, moisturizing foundation. This is great for those of you who want to kind of even out your skin tone just a smidge. Maybe you've got some redness, some unevenness to it. This is a great option for teenagers, but it's also one of my favorite summertime options. Now, it does have a dewy finish, and you can apply it with your fingers. You do not have to, but you can. So I'm just going to do it on half of my face so you can see the difference that it makes. And you can go a little heavy-handed if you want in different areas to build up the coverage, but this is my favorite like no makeup look, and I don't feel like I'm wearing any makeup, so it doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't really like melt in the heat. So I apply it where I need the coverage most, and then I blend out. For a lot of people, that's the center of your face, and then you blend it out. You won't have that weird makeup mask going around your face. So yeah, so I'm really, really looking forward to this. Now I am going to use my blending bud to blend this out. You can use your fingers, a brush, all sorts of things. So I'm just going to spritz it with some rose water because it dried out a little bit. It does need to be damp. Rose water helps calm your skin, helps with sunburns, helps with all sorts of irritation. And this is included in my summertime deal, either size bottle. So I am going to be keeping a rose water bottle in my car. I'm actually making, I'll show you. I'm actually going to make a car makeup bag in which I'm going to put most of these items. Anything that won't melt, I'm going to put inside of it. So that way if I just want to touch up, I can. Because if I'm driving down with my top down, I need to look fabulous, right? So my new thing is I bought a ton of, where are they? Are you here? A ton of silk scarves. And I am driving around with a silk scarf tied around my head to protect my hair. Rhode Island is humid. Rhode Island is humid. And my hair is like Mufasa's mane in the summertime. And blowing in the wind, it's not good. I didn't want to have to wear like a baseball cap the entire time. So I'm just taking a page out of the olden days fabulous woman with the big sunglasses and the silk scarves. And I'm rocking it. It's people probably think I'm absolutely ridiculous. And with my top down, I'm generally playing oldies, like 40s through 60s, to really embrace the factor. But my favorite part out of all of this, so you can just see what that BB cream did. Okay, so here's the side without it. Here's the side with it. You could still see freckles. You could still see natural coloring. You could still see all that stuff, but it just kind of toned the skin a little bit, little bit. But my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, is now rocking the scarf life. She is such a hoot. We got her big Elsa glasses, so I'm putting it center face, plus I have some age spots up here that I want to cover, and I've got some more down here. So I'm just applying it where I need that coverage, and then I'm going to blend this sucker out. So she sits in the back in her booster seat, nice and safe. She and I with our big old sunglasses and silk scarves, feeling our fabulous selves. Yay, I'm glad you're going to keep a lookout for it, Gloria. So I'm just lightly pouncing to help blend this out. As I said, you can do it with your fingers, but this is just a great, great option for that light coverage. You can even wear it underneath foundations. One of my best-selling options is some BB cream first, and then a light dusting of pressed powder. I might even wear that today to show you guys, or I'll just do it again later this week. If you've done that combo, let me know in the comments. That's my favorite combo. But you can do this underneath your any kind of foundation if you want that extra moisture. So it does have this really beautiful, let's see if I can catch it, dewy finish. Dewy finish means it's going to catch the light. Looks a little wet. Very, very youthful. Very, very youthful is a dewy finish. But I appreciate also that a lot of people like to have a matte finish. So you can mattify it by doing a powder on top. Christina says, bye Gloria. Christine says rosewater is the best for summer. It works amazing on sunburns and bug bites. Exactly. It's such a great kind of catch-all. It does everything you need it to do. My kids love it. I just can't go without it. It's so, so good. And she keeps one in the fridge. That is awesome. Rachel says I have to try a scarf too. Yes. You can buy scarves on like Amazon or all those different places. But my suggestion is to go to your Goodwill. Like I went to Savers and found 3 fabulous scarves. Just go through, you know, it's going to be mixed in with all the other kinds of regular scarves. But you're going to find some good ones there. And those ones I feel like will have a story. You will want to wash them very carefully. I'm doing just a little bit of lip exfoliator. So my lips this time of year are frequently chapped, either just from being in the sun, being in the ocean, and I'm having my 3rd wave of allergies. Anyone else here have allergies? This is my tree pollen allergy time. And having a convertible means I am embracing that tree pollen as I drive through it. So I have to take a lot of allergy medicine, and that allergy medicine drives me out. So the lip exfoliator I have included inside my June deal as well. It's a sugar scrub. So you put it on, you take your finger and you scrub it on in, and you can let it sit, as it has a shea butter in it, and that's going to help moisturize. So it's going to slough off all the dead skin cells and help really hydrate them. So I'm just going to look like I have snow lips for a little while. I'm going to do, oh, thank you, Denise. She says she loves this look. So I am going to do a little bit of blush in a different way. I'm actually using a lip butter as my blush. So I love, if you're a pink fan, there's a shade called Poolside. My lip butters are included this month as well as part of the deal. If you're more of a coral person, this is the shade Beach Bonfire. I will tell you that Poolside is a limited edition one and it may sell out quickly. It's my favorite one, but because I've got some kind of coral going on in this kimono, I figured I would do this. So even while my lips are hydrating, I'm going to show you how you can use this as more like a creamy blush. So whenever you do your makeup, do your liquids and creams first and your powders last. You do not want to put creams and liquids on top of powders, as it's just going to become so gross and sludgy. So normally I would be doing my bronzer first and then my blush if I was working with a powder blush. Since I'm working with a cream blush, I'm going to do that first, and then I'll do my powder bronzer after. So here's what the shade Beach Bonfire looks like. I will put it on my lips later, but since I'm doing my blush, I'm just going to pat this on right on here. And I'm just putting it on my finger. You could just draw it on your face if you wanted to, but I'm going to go to town. I'm starting underneath my pupil on the higher portion of my cheekbone, and I even sometimes like to go a little bit around my eyebrow just to add a little bit of extra lift and the kind of like, look at my eyes look. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for that teal convertible. And now Blake has the car bug and he wants to get a new car for himself as well soon. So we're going to see. His car is also breaking, so we might have to get 2 new cars at the same time. Oh my goodness. All right, so that is what Beach Bonfire looks like. You know, you may look at it and think, oh my gosh, can I really do that? Yes, you can. It's lovely. So if you love the dewy, creamy look, you can go to town with this. Some people just do blush. Some people just do bronzer, particularly this time of year. You're just trying to do something minimal and light. If you're someone who's just going to go just for a blush look, I frequently suggest you go a little bit more heavy-handed with that blush to give the sun-kissed look. You can even put a little bit on kind of like the bridge of your nose, and that will really kind of make it look like you've got a cute sunburn, even though we know, protect your skin with some SPF. So there we go. Super, super cute. And I went kind of in this candy cane shape to add that lift. If you don't like that look, if you wanted to just stay with your concealer lifted that way, you totally can. I've just been liking the blush around my brow area, but I want you to see both options. Putting makeup around this area does such a huge thing for your look. It's crazy. All right, gotta wrap things up because Blake is gonna be like, Mary, where are you? Where are you? he wants to podcast on his lunch break. And I need to get this party started. So, going to be wrapping this sucker up really quickly because I told you it was going to be a quick and easy summer look, and I've just been gabbing about my car. But I'm really happy about it. Getting a new car is a big deal. Right, so we've got that creamy blush. Awesome sauce. I may not do bronzer. My bronzer is included in this month's deal as well, so if you wanted to do some bronzer, you can. I think I have enough color going on with this kind of cream blush that I got, that mock cream brush out of the lip butter. I'm not gonna do brows, not gonna lie. Don't really have time for it, so I'm just going to go in with my mascara. So if you purchase 130 or more in the month of June, I'm going to be throwing in a free twisted mascara. This is the one that has the 2 wands. So you've got your big wand right here and your little itty bitty mini wand right there. And they all stick together. This mascara has biotin and keratin to really help hydrate and help your lashes grow. Gabbing is good, we miss you. Thank you, Christina. It's good for my soul too. I have definitely missed going live. My energy level was just so low with my exhaustion that I couldn't go live. I tried to go live a couple of times and I watched it back, which I rarely watch my stuff back. And I was like, oh, Mary, you're on the struggle bus. So I just tried to do some short pre-recorded videos, but I was just really, really tired. I have figured out kind of how to manage my fatigue and how much I need to sleep. So that's been a huge help. So that's just the little wand. It gives a nice, simple, feathery look. You can see it's really, really nice and light and delicate. It's water resistant, meaning if it sprinkles, if you get splashed by someone jumping in the pool, if it's a little humid, you should be okay. It is not waterproof. If you do need waterproof, I do, though, have a Dynamite waterproof variety. And you can either just do it by itself, or you can go over whatever mascara you're already wearing to kind of seal it in and get that waterproof. If you're a dramatic person and you like dramatic lashes, not that you're a dramatic person. If you're a dramatic lash person, I mean, heck, you could be dramatic too. I don't care. You know, I can be dramatic. You may want to use my 4D mascara. That's that purple tube one. The other option is then you go in with the bigger wand and you go over it, and this is going to amp up that volume. Amp up the volume, help with the curl even more. But that little itty bitty wand, it's going to grab all your baby lashes, all the new growth that you might be getting. I've seen an improvement in my lashes due to my collagen, which is really cool. Really, really cool. Christina, when are your kids out of school? Mine are in through June 20th. They have to go to school on a Monday. Sorry, kids. Sorry about that. Part of our kids' school is that it goes later than most schools. It goes just longer. They have more school days. But I'm not telling them that. I'm just going to be like, yay, you only have to go in on Monday, even though the rest of the state ended on Friday. Sorry. It'll be okay. They'll be fine. Some people do mascara on their lower lashes. I frequently don't. If I do, I will often use actually my waterproof on my lower lashes as I'm sneezing a lot, and that means I'm tearing up a lot. So I kind of sometimes just like the upper eyelash look. I am going to quickly tightline. I wanted to do that and I forgot to. The 15th of June. Yay, Christina! That's awesome. Yeah, my kids can't wait either. They are ready. They're emotionally ready for summer. It's funny because my eldest is not a lover of school. And my youngest loves to sleep. Like, she loves school, but she loves to sleep more. So they both are like, all right, let's wrap this up. So different than me. I was the kid bored out of my mind in August. Please let me go back to school. All right, so we're going to wrap things up here. This is mostly my look. Let me put on my lip butter. One thing I need to tell you, lip butter's great, hydrating, awesome, beautiful, glossy, fun colors, can double as a blush. Please do not leave it in your car. Please, please, please. I told you I'm making my little summer bag for makeup stuff, for touch-ups. Lip butter is not going to be in there. Lip gloss will be, since I don't have to worry about this melting. Anything like this, if it has the name butter in it, it's going to melt in the heat, right? So just keep it in your purse, because most likely you're not going to melt. So if you're not melting, it won't melt. Or sweating up a storm. All right, so gonna go over. It's a nice coral pink kind of shade. And I'm just gonna work that in. Another cool thing about the lip butters is that you don't really have to be exact. So I'll do this while I'm driving, add a little bit of color on my lips. You can see it perfectly matches my blush because it's the same shade. So now I've had that nice cohesiveness. I've got the matte eyeshadows going on. That once again, pretty much all of these products are part of my June special. Just to recap, the shades that I used though are Promising and Overt on my eyelids. If I need to do my brows, I would do my brows. When I do very simple makeup like this, I don't do my brows because I don't need to, and then they almost stand out too much. And I'm just going for that light summertime look. I am going to keep that dewy finish though by using setting spray. If you wanted it matte, you would want to go over with a setting powder. Spray this all over. It's like hairspray for your makeup. As I said, I'm gonna let that dry for a hot second, then I'm gonna head on over and podcast. So thank you all so much for tuning into this Minute with Mary. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, reach out. Makeup is something that brings me joy. It's making me feel a little bit more like myself. And I'm excited to continue to keep going live and sharing with you some tips and tricks, and also just to get to gab. I miss you all. Keep me company. So, all right. Thank you, Christina. It's just a nice little polished look, lifted. It's what I needed. I feel loads better when I look at myself with a little bit of makeup on. I hope you have an amazing day, a magical weekend, and I will talk with you soon. Thanks for watching this Minute with Mary.